What's up guys, JV2017 here with another Destiny tips and tricks video. Today is Thursday, which means we have a new Bungie Weekly update. So we're going to cover the main points in this video, but as always, if you would like to read the update for yourself, link is in the description below. So the main topics they covered this week were how power works in the new Iron Banner, specifically, the level to level variations and all of that stuff. Unintentional exotic nerfs, and strike difficulty changes that were made in the last update on Tuesday. So we're going to get into all of that right now, but first off, they gave us a really cool little render of the new legendary Sparrow, the EV30 Tumbler, which I did get working. If you guys are wondering that watched my video earlier today, it wasn't working for me, now it does. So that's a cool little render there. The first thing they jump into here is the Iron Banner, and so they're asking again, now that the Iron Banner's back, does power matter? And they've been paying attention to what people have been saying, and a lot of people think that it does matter. And that's a good thing. That's what they were trying to aim for in the first place. And, clearly it's worked the second time around when they retuned the Iron Banner. And the cool thing is they gave us this awesome graphic that they call the Nerf curve. So let me explain this graph for you guys. So this is a graph, right? On the y-axis, we have the damage multiplier, so 1 is 100% of the possible damage is being dealt or received, and then 0 is, of course, 0%. On the x-axis, we have the level difference, so you're going to be on 0 on the left side if you're a 30 fighting a 30. However, if you're a 30 fighting a 10, you're going to be on the right side, or they're going to be on the right side. They're going to suffer from that this curve here. So very clearly, what you can see, what we can tell from this curve is that there's not much of a difference on between 0 and 5 levels. So if I'm a level 30 fighting a level 25, if I had to guess, I'd say a ballpark, probably where that 5 lands on the curve is about 80% damage. So the 25 would be dealing 80% of its, maximum damage to me, the level 30. So that's exactly how it works, and it falls off really far after that. So it's actually a lot tighter than I thought it was between 0 and 5. So if you're in a group of like 30 to 27s, you guys are pretty competitive. And this doesn't even account for attack and defense, so keep that in mind. But that's really kind of the behind the scenes, math that's going on with the damage output in the Iron Banner 2.0. It's really cool to see that. I'm glad they shared it with us. So on to the next little bit here. They talked about how some of their math that they've added in this new update actually unintentionally nerfed some exotics. Specifically, they mentioned the Thorn, and the Thorn's capacity to inflict damage over time with its Mark of the Devourer perk. So that has been nerfed unintentionally. They're saying it was an accident. And so they go on even more to say, here's a quote, "Soon Thorn will be restored to its former glory and then some." So they say that they're going to fix their problem and they're going to buff the Thorn, which is what they kind of mentioned, like 3 or 4 weeks ago. It was kind of a long time ago. So they go even more in depth and, talk about the last word, who people may have thought there was something, wrong with that tuning wise, but there wasn't. It's the exact same thing going on there. And they also tell us that they'll be shuffling the cards before the Dark Below launches on exotics. They say we can start to telegraph the next update. Exotics are about to come off the workbench just in time for fresh targets in the Dark Below. So they are planning on making all of these weapons changes before that DLC comes out, which is only like 2 or 3 weeks ago. 2 or 3 weeks away. So they also gave us this nice little picture here, which pretty much tells us the 7 items that they're going to fix or tune or whatever. The Super Good Advice, the Red Death, Pocket Infinity, Thorn, Soros Regime, Vex Mythoclast, and Bad Juju. Those are the weapons on there in case you can't read them. So next up, they gave us a little blurb on, I think this means that we're getting new vendors. So they say that the city is being updated along with the rarest and most unique guns on your rack. Even the marks you've earned will have new buyers who hold what your arsenal craves. So that sounds like we're going to get a new vendor, and also we're going to be able to spend, something, marks is what he says, on new stuff. So maybe they're updating the Vanguard vendors or the Crucible vendors. That would be really nice. So on to the next part, they talk about strikes. And so what they did with the last update, in case you guys missed it, with the strikes is they tuned the difficulty, and as a result, it made it harder to solo strikes. And they kind of really explained that, hey, strikes were intended to be 3-man, fire team missions, but they are listening, because that's what they do. They're listening to the community, and they're going to try to find a halfway point to meet, with people that do want to solo strikes. So that's kind of cool. The final little thing they talk about is the EV30 tumbler, and they give us kind of some options on how to get this in case, people are confused. And so the first way to get it is to buy the Destiny Ghost Edition, the Limited Edition, Digital Guardian Edition, Expansion Pass, which is what I did, and the expansion, The Dark Below, but you won't be able to get the Sparrow until December 9th if you buy it that way. That's all in this update. I hope you learned something new from this video, and if you did, remember to hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it. Also, remember you can subscribe for more Destiny videos coming in the future. Let me know, guys, do you like what's going on in this update? I do. I like kind of the subtle little changes that are going on. They're telling us they're gonna fix those weapons, which is a nice thing. Bungie's actually listening. So anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you all next time. Peace.